Hi, Pia.
Hi, Emily.
I loved this reunion.
Oh my God. I watched it 3 times.
Me too. Yeah.
It was so good. I honestly might watch it again after this.
I have a question for you because this is much debate online. How did you like Madison's shoes with her look?
I can't really remember it, but I don't think they were chunky, right?
Chunky and white. I personally liked it because it's very modern. It's very now. Like that is the style that's in. And the dress she was wearing isn't necessarily modern or not modern. It's just like I feel like I wore a dress like that to like a winter formal. And I feel like if she had done, because I saw people being like, I wish she had done like a gold shoe or something. I'm like, I feel like that would have been too on the nose. I kind of like that she went for a big, white, chunky, modern look.
I can tell you this. I wasn't mad at it. If I like, that's like, I don't think the shoe was necessarily important, but it didn't like take away from the look. So I think it was fine. Like I don't think that she needed to change it because I think the dress and her hair were like the main focus, and I think the shoe was fine.
Yeah, I like the shoe. I liked it as a choice because I get what people are saying. Like if she'd done like a strappy gold, whatever, it would have coordinated. But I'm like, then that looks like it just doesn't look now. It doesn't look trending.
I guarantee in about a month and a half, everyone's going to be wearing those type of shoes with that type of look. I think she's a person.
Do you think she just set a trend?
Yeah, I think that she's ahead of the curve.
Okay.
I do. I think that there are some people that can't make those type of bold choices without everyone saying that that's a good choice.
She's very much the Regina George of Southern Charm.
I loved it. I have no notes for her.
Loved it. How did you like Olivia's hair?
You know what? Let me just do this. I'm going to have to pull everything up because I feel like I was honestly not really caring about people's looks because the reunion was just so much full of content. But let me just pull up some of these looks. Because I think in general, by the way, everyone looked really good.
Oh, no. As a whole, this is definitely the best dressed reunion we have seen in a long time. Overall, even the men, everyone looked great.
I'm not mad at her hair at all. Like, again, if we're nitpicking, sure. I just feel like I like the idea of what is happening, but I almost feel like
the execution
wasn't quite there. And it almost feels like she wore that hair the day before. Does that make sense? And was like, I like this hair so much, I'm saving it because it's so good. It seems like it's supposed to be a little messy, but it's not intentional enough for me. Does that make sense?
This is what happens when people do updos that I don't like. I wanted to go in there and like give a little body to the behind the part and fix the little bangy things in the front. Like it wasn't quite recognized. Yeah, realized. That's what.
This picture especially for me shows where it's like the front pieces were not intentional enough and they didn't know how to quite do that, like not.
Yes, that is exactly
but
the
the
issue.
Actual ponytail itself is nice. It's just they didn't and it's hard because I've seen people do these looks like show how you do it, and it's usually like 4 different types of like mini ponytails that they're doing to get that type of effect. It's so funny. It's supposed to be like this like effortless looking thing, but it takes tons of effort.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I wanted to fix it. And honestly, she has such amazing hair. I kind of would have rather them let her hair just be down and wavy like her signature Olivia amazing hair.
Yeah.
She could have done that. I get why, but like I liked, and I know we don't love her, but I liked Taylor's updo. I thought whoever did her updo and makeup,
Taylor looked. Actually, Taylor. I was looking at her eyeshadow.
Her eyeshadow was so good.
Point. Yeah, it was actually very, very, very good. What's her last name? Taylor.
Her name is Taylor Ann Green. The men all of them looked good.
Yeah, even Elf on a Shelf.
But I thought with Vanita's makeup, I would have preferred not the bright lip with the eye. I would have thought it would have been kind of nice to go more neutral on the lip because the eye makeup was so pretty and she has such amazing eyes.
Yeah, no, she does. I liked but I did like I like the actual lip itself, like isolated.
On isolated, exactly.
Yeah.
Me too. Like if they had gone for a more natural on the eye with the lip, one or the other. Like I find that when they do bold and bold, I always have a hard time with it. That might also just be like millennial shit that I'm remembering. What those were like rules we were taught when I was younger.
Yes, no, I know what you're saying, because I often feel the same way, because I do love an eye. When I get ready, I want an eye look, but like I do love a red. There's a way to do it.
There's a way to do it.
I actually, I'm looking at it right now. I think that the red lip was a great choice because it's an all black outfit, and I just love when you have an all black outfit and a pop of red lip.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think what they needed to do was take down the smokiness.
Smoke. It shouldn't have been a smoky eye.
Yeah, so I've been into those like really like subtle smoke, like where it's like it goes out like that, and it's just a tiny bit up. It's not full smoke. It's a baby smoke.
Baby smoke.
It's a baby smoke. I think that would have been a better bet for the pairing. But I actually think the lipstick was important for this look. I love this dress.
I love her dress. Yeah, no, they all looked wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, before the reunion gets going, they show Andy like going around from room to room. He loves Madison, like obsessed. He's like, he just thinks she's so hot. I don't blame her, and she lives for it too. Taylor has a thing to say before she goes onto the stage, and it is, Olivia is a very bold human being. I'll be in the hot seat, but there's other things that need to be discussed.
Fucking bitch. I can't.
She's been holding on to that. And like, I'm surprised I wonder if she like didn't remember during the season, because I'm actually surprised she didn't bring that up during the season. She's like, she thought about it after everything settled and was like, I'm totally going to bring that up.
That is absolutely what happened. Like, she's been trying to think about how to make Olivia be the bad guy, since she like realized that I think she really did want to mend with Olivia in the beginning, but obviously by season end she knew it wasn't happening, and then she got really pissed and bitter about everything
and went through all the stuff she's got. JT comes in hot, claiming he's hungover, wearing his stupid aviators and his shirt buttoned down so we can see his nipples. He comes in so hot that Andy's like, okay, we just started.
Right.
He's like, okay, I'm trying to be nice here, but like, let me do my job.
I just need I need JT to understand that like when what the way in which his energy is makes us like, we don't even like Austin, but it makes me be like, okay, relax on Austin for a second, because it's too much. It's a little too much.
It's like it's not about Austin, clearly. It's something about you, which makes me not want to support it.
Exactly.
There's so many ways to come for Austin, but when you focus in like this, it makes you look bad.
Right. And it's like you're ready to jump on him with every word. Like, relax, my dude. Like, like we have a long way to go. Like,
it's giving like Glass House shouldn't be throwing stones, and like we already have that TikTok from his ex saying like he's a creep, he's a weirdo.
Yes, he scares me on it.
He does. He freaks me out.
He freaks me out. That's why I can't even because I love a good Austin dragging. But he doesn't even let me enjoy it because I'm scared of him. Like, I was like, something about him is off-putting.
Exactly. It's because he gets like obsessive, where you feel like we watch enough true crime.
Yeah,
and he has that type of personality. We're like, oh, like
I'm like, guys, like let's not, like, I know that we love a good Austin dragging, but like, just let Olivia do it. Like, that's
keep your eye on the prize here, because I'm a little concerned that this guy is,
In a year, we're all going to be like, he had somebody tied up in his basement.
That's the thing, is he has that level of crazy energy to him.
Olivia, if she goes missing, I know where to look.
Or you
no,
mean Taylor.
Damn it, Taylor.
I know. I do it too. When I may do it by mistake, because when I take notes, I keep having to delete and rewrite it. And sometimes I miss it because it's just, their names need to be switched.
I'm sorry, guys. Please bear with me. I promise I'm going to be very conscious when I say their names.
We're trying. No, people agree with us. People. I've even had. Remember when I think I made a post that was like, their names should be switched.
Yeah,
and I had like 5 content creators be like, "How dare you? Now I'm fucked. I'm never gonna get it right," because it just looks like that's what it's supposed to be.
It does. It's very, very.
I don't
confusing.
know why. I don't know why Taylor is an Olivia and Olivia is a Taylor, but
And
Period.
I'll even because I'm like still trying to like fix it, I'll end up just saying
And then you
both
overcorrect
names.
it. Yes.
I'll be like Taylor, Olivia. I'm like, God, which one? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah. It's hard. Austin calling Madison a bored housewife comes up, and JT takes it to just such an unnecessary place. He's like, Madison can do no good by him. Either she's a monster or she's bored. Shut up. But
Also,
then he does have a good line here, though. He goes, her glow up to your glow down is iconic.
It is.
Okay,
and
fair.
We do appreciate that line, but did you find it a little cringy? And I'm surprised no one said it. He's referencing the monster thing from seasons ago. You were not a part of this season. So I think when people start, like, it's like, it feels very fan-like. I'm like, so you did
And
homework.
he is such a fan.
Right. Like, I was like, ew. If I was awesome, like, ew, you watched back my old episodes? You're a fan. Like, weird.
Yeah. Andy asked Craig if JT was right about Craig. Andy asked Craig if JT was right about him being into bondage. And he's like, light bondage.
I like that.
Me too.
I like that. That's what Craig's thing is.
I like that they all kind of know, too, that Craig is like, because even Leva said it last season. Obviously, Naomi told her, but like he's into sexting. He's into like being a little dirty birdie.
Yeah.
Paige loves it.
I mean, also, if Craig goes missing, I also know where to find him. It will be also JT.
Because JT, that's right. JT was like,
He's
he's so
obsessed with
perfect.
He's perfect.
Perfect.
No,
That was
Austin.
Austin.
Maybe
Also alarming.
Also, if Austin goes missing, I know where to find him.
If any of this cast goes missing, we know it was definitely JT.
Why? This is a true crime podcast with Emily Hank.
But the topic of Craig's fetishes gets them on the topic of Shep as a lover, and Shep just keeps digging his own grave. Like he has fully leaned into the fact that he has no idea what he's doing, and he's like, he's blaming women for it. Every girl's finish line is so finicky.
I just love that no one would accept that answer. That was hilarious. They're like, no, you just haven't figured out the puzzle.
Craig's like, all right, join me. How about that? And then Austin started to get kind of, Austin's like, oh, really? You're going to let him join? And Madison called him out like she's getting jealous. Andy asks Taylor straight up, how often were you left satisfied? And she keeps trying to be all big and bad. She's like, I can probably count on one hand. Shep has like a reply to this, which is, and yet you wanted to get back together. And that will always trump any shade she tries to throw at Shep. Because I'm like,
It's
girl,
true.
you just made a fool of yourself trying to get back together with him.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you might as well just lie and say that he is good in bed because that's why I can understand all the women who are like crazy over Austin because they are all honest. They're like, he's so good in bed. Like that's the fucking reason. That is the reason.
And everyone can appreciate that. But you're saying Shep is also bad in bed, and yet you made a whole fool of yourself, girl.
Yeah, so now we're just looking at you sideways, Olivia, because it cannot. I mean, Taylor, I need her to tell me specifically what it is that makes her act like this for that man.
Yeah.
List it out, please.
Yeah. Craig says that Sewing Down South is an 8-figure business now. 8? 30 employees with health insurance. He has grown.
I'm
He took.
proud of
Remember?
him.
Do you remember the first time he was commissioned to make a pillow? It was for Patricia.
Yeah, and she was being a hater, whole ass hater, I feel like.
That was Craig's fault. You must not. You may not have watched that season.
Oh, well, you know what I was thinking of? Because doesn't she have a pillow thing too?
Yeah, that was later. The very
okay.
first, she had a line, so she was like, "Why don't you do a pillow for me, and I'll put it on my thing, on my QVC or whatever." And I think she gave him like, I don't know how long she gave him, but he took way longer than he should have. And then she finally called him and was like, "I need you to come bring the thing now." And then he took another 5 hours at home looking up designs, and it was like clip art. And he brought that to her, and she's like, "No, it needs to be an original design. Like it needs to be your original artwork." And he was like, "Oh, maybe next time." So it was not looking very positive. No, it's not O. At that time, it was not O. It's like, Craig, what are you fucking doing? Get your life together.
I know, but it's like, I mean, if I probably would have felt that way in the moment watching it,
yeah.
but like now seeing him, it's like, oh
no,
my
he's
God.
come so far. And it is because of his business partner, who's his friend. His business partner's like, look, Craig, you can be the face. You don't have to, you can be a nightmare. That's fine. I'll handle, like, I'll keep it in line. That's why Leva tried to call him out for that last season, Craig out last season at the finale. Like, oh, your business partner does all the work. It's like, yeah, he figured out it's a winning formula. I'll handle the shit that Craig won't handle, but Craig is a personality and he's good to keep like pushing that way. Yeah,
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that business model. Like most people do that. Like has anybody ever watched Shark Tank? You think that they're like know how to do any of that shit? Like they know what is good and what's a winner and they back it.
And he's like, it's going to be easy. You're on the show. We can market it on the show. Blah blah blah. Like, boom,
and
boom, boom.
I believe he can sew a pillow.
He can actually sew. That was his thing. He loved sewing, and everyone was making fun of it. He made Cameron like a little baby onesie for her baby. Like it was like he was so cute like that. But now it is a full-fledged biz.
I love that for him. And
Me too.
Paige needs to support it.
Yeah, I can tell she does. I can tell she does. She had his back at the finale last season against Leva. Like she's ride or die. That is Paige for sure when it comes to her man.
Yeah, I like their TikToks and stuff when they're like promoting the business and like their.
I haven't seen them.
Oh, they're so cute. Like it's just like it's just fun little TikToks with like when they have like new lines and stuff. It's cute.
That's adorable. Paige is in them?
Yeah, sometimes she's in them.
That's adorable. Fucking adorable. Love that. They get up, this is the topic of Taylor accusing Paige of cheating, and turns out she heard it from Catherine.
Oh.
Catherine always had the damn gossip. And not always right, but sometimes.
Yeah.
Shep says that he calls Craig strategic with how he shows the relationship with Paige. And I just don't think that's actually what it is. They just are a long distance couple and can't physically film like Shep did. But then this makes Shep. So Craig is like, okay, I mean, come on. Do you really think that without the cameras, you and Taylor would have been fine? And he's like, yeah, we would be married. I thought he was kidding. I really did. I was waiting for him to like laugh after that. But he was serious. And you know why he means that? Because if he wasn't on a TV show with people watching his every move, he could be married and cheat.
That's exactly what he meant.
Because I'm sure there are marriages left and right in his family where they're like that, where everyone just knows no one is faithful.
I'm sure that is the business model of that whole family. Like, I'm sure that is what they do. They look the other way. They're Southern people. It's like, just don't, like, don't embarrass me.
You know who Shep, his family reminds me of? Trey from Sex and the City.
Absolutely.
And it was because then they get on the topic of the nude photo debacle with Taylor, and he blames it rightfully on Whitney. They get through all of that stuff and they call out Whitney. But Craig even says, what's fucked up is that she would want to send you nudes and you would not like them. And he's like, yeah, I just can't see the woman I'm dating like that. And it was an identical storyline in Sex and the City. Where Charlotte wanted to get fucked by Trey and he couldn't look at her like that, so she put her picture on all of the juggy models and stuff.
Yeah, because at first she was like, "Do you not like?" Because he's been jacking off in the bathroom to like the Jugs magazine. I remember that. That's such a good episode. Oh man, I love old.
Oh yeah, old Sex and the City was great. Much. But that's where like Samantha and Charlotte. That's where their friendship would like come to a perfect little collaboration, because usually Samantha was too much for Charlotte, but then Samantha kind of helped her like get him to fuck her.
Honestly, they need that.
But also in in the Trey's family, remember they go to visit Trey's family and she kisses the like gardener or something.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
But Trey just like looks the other way because that's just what they do in the family. Yeah,
and is that the same episode when he's like playing tennis,
and she's like, stop, you're just playing tennis, and he's like, yep, that is Shep's family. That's what they remind me of, the McDougals.
Bunny, yes. Oh my gosh,
right?
Yes, you're so right.
Because they were
a little Patricia like though too,
right? But they were like New York though. This is like the South, so it's even crazier, I bet.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to. Have we ever met Shep's parents?
Yeah, we met his mom, and I don't know about his dad, but we've definitely met his mom multiple times.
Okay.
In the beginning, he was proudly announcing that she still bought him his clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at it because he does not have good style. So maybe he does need someone to help him.
That's his mom picking out. That's his mom's style.
Maybe she should stop it.
Yes, she should stop it. She should stop it. But yeah, he talks to her on the phone. We've had conversations with her on the phone, and it's very. She kind of I could easily mistake his mom for like Taylor's mom, in terms of just like, the conservative ladies talking to him on the phone.
Got it. Got it.
Factor meals are, in my opinion, the most delicious of all of the ready-to-eat meals I've tried, at least. I think they actually taste delish, and they are chef-crafted and dietitian approved. So they're good for you, they're packed with nutrients, and you get over 35 different options a week. So you get keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and more. Plus, they've got over 55 nutrition packed add ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. The meals heat up in 2 minutes. They are restaurant quality, and they're ready to heat and eat when you are. They got snacks. They got smoothies. You can discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day. Like they got breakfast, midday bites, and we've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. So Factor is the perfect solution if you're looking for fast, upscale options done easy. And it's really flexible. You can get as much or as little as you need by choosing 6 to 18 meals per week. And you can pause or reschedule your deliveries whenever you need to. There's no prep, there's no mess. Factor meals are 100% ready to eat. There's no prepping, there's no cooking, there's no cleanup needed. Head to factormeals.com/shespeaks50 and use code SheSpeaks50 to get 50% off. That's code SheSpeaks50 at factormeals.com/SheSpeaks50 to get 50% off. JT, okay, wait, hold on, I forgot. Leva validates Shep not wanting nudes by saying, my husband doesn't like them either. And I'm like, Leva, you don't want to say that. And I felt like the whole room was like, that just proved the point. I don't understand. But anyway, so JT then he's like, I just can't believe that Shep doesn't like getting nudes and can't make a girl come. Shep's like, let me put together a list of satisfied customers, repeat customers.
He's like, listen, I've already taken it from everybody. I'm not going to take it from you of all people.
Yeah. You little elf on a shelf man over there.
No. Like did you get any this season?
Stop chiming in, buddy. You got rejected harshly on camera.
By my ex-girlfriend.
By my ex-girlfriend.
Who wants to be with me?
Like, oh God, JT. That's what makes JT so, it's like, it's really hard for him. He's punching up, even though they suck, even though like Shep and Austin suck, but he still is punching up, both literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Yes. Andy brings up the dinner where Taylor was confronting Whitney for passing around the picture. Taylor really does insist that it was not explicit. And Leva decides to do her job a little bit. And she's like, I saw the whole thread. And she said, it said, come fuck me in Nashville. And Taylor's like, when was I in Nashville? It's like, well, bitch, I don't think Leva's going to be making this up. She's just not going to let you act like it wasn't.
Right.
Taylor's trying to say it was one little photo with the caption and that's it. Leva's letting us know that this was a back and forth, or at least multiple ones. And Leva says Whitney was LOLing and asking, is this you? And Taylor said, it's a girl your friend used to stick his dick in. Okay. Yeah. Craig says he wishes Whitney was here, though, because he's like, he is the bad guy. But he's like, but also Taylor sexting one of Shep's friend was weird too.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. Andy points out that Shep feels a lot of guilt over Taylor's behavior. And Craig is like, stop treating her like a child. And Andy reads a tweet that goes, Shep, blaming himself, is robbing her of her own agency. And he goes, Shep's like, I take great pride in her development. And Andy's like, that's not the point. And he goes, oh, what's the point? It's like, you just kind of confirmed it. Why do you take pride in her development? Like, Shep.
Yeah, he's like trying to act as if he's being some martyr. Like,
he's like, I'm empathetic.
I'm gonna take the blame for all of this because, but like in the same way, he's just trying to also put his dick on the table and say, because I'm the one who
I'm why this happened. Yep, I did this
on
to her.
this platform in this show, and she would have no notoriety had it not been for me.
So it's all my fault. Yeah.
Like, it's like him trying to say, like, Taylor, you would not be on this show if it wasn't for me. So, like,
there's that too.
That's all I heard from that whole thing.
Yeah. Andy announces that Taylor has a new boyfriend who she met through TJ from Southern Hospitality. Was that right? But they've only been dating for 4 months. Shep met him at BravoCon, and he's like, yeah, I wish you the best, and I'm happy to you. And Austin's like, I heard from Rodrigo that there was some fighting about that. And Taylor's like, yeah, he was upset that Shep smacked me on the ass as they were standing at the bar. And Shep's like, I don't remember that. That's not how I say hello to Taylor. Okay. So you're denying it. I bet Andy got multiple phone calls about Shep at BravoCon.
Yeah.
I bet people were like, your boy is a mess. Because everyone kind of blames Andy for every casting decision, even if he didn't cast them.
Right.
But Shep's been around for a while, and were you watching when they went, I don't remember what season it was, and I don't even remember if Austin was there yet. They went out of town as a group, and then the day they were supposed to go back to Charleston, Shep was so drunk that he got kicked. They wouldn't let him on the flight.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him on the flight, and Craig was there with it. It was before Austin. Craig was like his babysitter. Craig like stuck around with them, and they'd been fighting. They had been fighting the trip, but Craig was being a good friend. So that just gives you context for how many times and for how long Shep has been doing this type of shit.
Yeah.
Like that was years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then when the cameras go up, Shep treats them like shit. Like all the time, Shep was a dick to Austin and to Craig on camera, and they're like, I could call your ass out for so much shit. Like, you're a bad drunk.
Yeah. You're not fun to be around.
And Andy sets up Shep to say the thing that he brought up at the beginning of the day about wanting a moment to share. And so Shep takes this, it seems like he's about to tell them that he's getting sober and going to rehab. I was right there with Madison, where I was like, I thought that's where we were heading. Yeah. But instead, he's just saying that he got the shit scared out of him, I guess. But I'm right there with Craig and Austin, and I'm sure people may think that they look. I don't know. People don't really like Shep. People may think that Craig and Austin look like too hardened, but I bet they've done this with him so many fucking times.
Is that the consensus online? Because when I watched it, I completely understood.
Completely understood.
Because Shep seems like the type of person that, I believe he got really scared because it was probably, like, I remember you telling me that, like, about him at BravoCon. So, like, I'm sure it was so much more intense for people like in their circle. So, and he seems like the type of person, again, you just told me a story from years ago, not being able to go on a flight. He seems like a type of person that something really major will happen. He'll be remorseful. He'll say, I'm going to change. He might change for a little bit. And then once it wears off, where he feels like everyone has like forgiven him for that moment, he starts the cycle again. And I think that they've just done that for literally, 10 years now? Like, they're over it. They don't, this is not a genuine moment for him. Like, calling a meeting and saying, like, they've done the meetings before, and he never changes. So now, how about you, if you are going to change, you'll change regardless if I'm there or not. Yeah. And when I actually see it stick, I will be there. That's a boundary. And
Shep doesn't really acknowledge how good, like, Andy's like, what I saw was your friend Austin at that Watch What Happens live taping, taking really good care of you. He was going out of his way to protect you and keep you in line. Shep doesn't really acknowledge it enough. he looks at Andy and he's like, I appreciate that. It's like, no, look at Austin and say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough though, because Austin was just, this is like the whole season was how Austin kissed Taylor.
Yeah.
So it's not like Austin is the best of friend, but Craig hits it right on the head and he's like, the road you're on ends with the cliff and I can't be in that car anymore.
Yeah.
And when he admits that he hasn't quit drinking, and Vanita, I mean, your drinking's got to be bad if you're in this group and people are like, no, you need to quit completely.
Yeah.
Because Craig has been able to slow down.
Yes.
And that's it. Like, he has slowed down, like, genuinely.
Yeah.
But if they're like, no, you, bro, you need to never drink again. We only must see like a quarter of it then.
And the thing is, and we've seen it, and we see his temper. Like with the thing, if he loses a game with like egg on a spoon, like, can you imagine fueled with alcohol? People like that have that type of problem, even when they're not, like the anger issues and all that kind of stuff. Sober, you cannot have a drink in them because it's just gonna get worse. Like you cannot be drinking and have like a lot of shit going on in your life. It's never a good recipe.
Yeah. So, as much as Shep thought this was going to be a moment to be contrite and like, you know, get compassion, I think that both Craig and Austin kind of let us know, let's see some action first, dude.
Yeah.
Because this is just you trying to, because it also, Shep has to have known that stories have been going around like on social media and stuff, like the one about him being drunk and kicked off the table and out of the casino and stuff. Like, he knows that's gone around. So this is also for him to get this like hero moment on camera, right?
Right. He's trying to have like a Carl moment from Summer House, but the difference is when Carl hit his rock bottom, he was like, I
am an addict. I need
addict.
To get sober.
I can't even have a casual drink. It's not going to work for me. And I commend him, because at first when Carl did that, because he had a really bad season, and he actually kind of got off because he had his, moment, and he said, I'm going to, I'm an alcoholic, I'm going to stop drinking. So I feel like he didn't have to like be accountable for all of the like craziness he did, because everyone was like, okay, he's in a vulnerable place. He's trying, like, we don't want to like break him, so we'll let everything go. But I feel like that's what Shep is looking for. But but the problem is he's not actually stopping that what the issue is, which is the drinking.
It looks like this is his pattern too, like doing these like, like head hanging low, like, man, guys, I know I've been bad. It's like, this is like your shtick, like your cycle that you do. Yeah,
like I'm not gonna, like, no, you need to stop drinking, or like even if you like, or at least say you're gonna stop drinking for a period of time to see if you think that it helps with anything in your life, and take it from there.
Because, like, by the way, you can still get really fucked up on beer.
Yes, you can, especially if you're drinking beer in excess. Like, oh yeah, I'm not drinking hard liquor anymore, but you can get fucked up on wine. You can get fucked up on champagne. You can get fucked up on beer.
Yeah, actually, Prosecco will fuck you up more than anything.
Yeah, and are you chugging it? Like, if you're chugging it, if that's gonna go into, like, it's gonna hit you different. Like.
Andy also seems very versed in what Shep is experiencing. His good friend Jonathan Arthur is sober, I believe, for a few years now. And so, like, the way Andy's talking to him, it's like I could almost see that Andy's had this conversation with friends of his. Yeah. Because Shep's talking about just this, I think a lot of people can relate to, like the shame, the alienation that comes after the partying. And I like that they're not saying it, but he's definitely talking about coke. He's like, that is added to this whole thing, because it really does, because they keep saying partying. It's not just drinking. Yeah. And that it gets you on a whole spiral, which is also why you can stay up too late and like all that shit. And so then it's just, you know what I mean? It's like the whole thing comes with it.
Honestly, doing that makes everything even. Like, alcohol is already a beast of its own when you are like abusing it. But like, if you are alcohol and you're abusing like cocaine, that gets you in the most darkest like
mindset. Oh my God, yeah.
And it's like, cause like it's fun, and then the intrusive thoughts come.
And Craig says,
and then you can't sleep.
Yeah. Craig is like, see, I sometimes miss it, but I never miss that feeling that you're describing. Yeah. Like, no one is ever going to say, man, I miss hangovers.
Let me just tell you this. Anytime you don't like, say you want to do something like that, and then, you know, you just can't, you don't have access to it, like you can't get it or whatever.
You feel
You're
you're so happy the next day.
The next day you're like, I am so fucking happy that that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
I am so like you
It's
let me
so
tell you something.
true.
You
Oh my
always are
God.
so happy the next day that didn't happen.
Oh my
there's
God.
never not a time that you're not happy, ecstatic that was not.
I forgot about that feeling. It's been such a long time since I've had that. But when you're like on a mission to try to get it and you can't get it, and the next day you wake up and it's all kind of hazy, but you just know you didn't get it and you don't feel like that level of shit.
Yes, it's amazing. So those are the types, like, you have to think about that in your head. Like, you are going to be so much happier tomorrow. Not right now, because your dumbass brain right now is thinking that you need it because you're too drunk and you want to level out. Even though you should just not
just
have
go
had
to bed.
2 extra drinks.
Just go honestly, to sleep.
Because you will. But like, why are like, that's the thing. That's where like when I was going through my party phase, like I was like, what? At a certain point, I was like, it's the same night every time.
Every time.
It's not special. It's not unique.
Yes.
And the reason why you liked it, you think you liked it, is because the first time you did it, it was unique.
Yes.
And you're trying to catch that.
You're trying to catch that same fun.
And you never will.
Nope.
That's drugs, guys.
That is drugs. And also, like, the thing too is when I remember Sarah, Soho Sarah, who now is at Chiconi's.
Yeah.
She never partied. She never partied with us. So we'd all party our faces off, and she would go and like pass out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we would not, and we would hate ourselves the next day. And I said to someone when they asked, they're like, oh, did she ever party? I'm like, no, she listens to her body. Mm-hmm. Like that's what cocaine coming into your party night. You're trying to pretend like you're not tired. You're trying to deny all the natural functions that are occurring within. And you put this synthetic thing in there that makes you like, forget it. I don't care anymore. And then when you eventually have to stop because you have to like live a life and function, you're like, I really, really wish I hadn't done that.
Exactly. It's a very manipulative little drug.
It is.
Because it immediately makes you feel like you can accomplish and do anything you want to do in life, because it does.
Yes. You're like, tomorrow I'm going to fucking.
Like, Stephen King wrote all of his stuff on cocaine. Misery was written on a cocaine binge. He doesn't even remember writing it.
Wow.
So
see,
yes,
and stories like that, you're like, I'm gonna write a novel.
And the thing is, you could, but the thing is, it takes from you as much as it gives.
It does. You do not come out in the positive. You always come out negative, typically.
Yes. So it's like, it ain't really worth it.
Support for today's episode comes from Jenny Kane, and we love Jenny Kane fashion because Jenny Kane is the timeless, the classic, but very California and also very elevated staples. They're wardrobe staples, wardrobe must-haves. They never go out of style. They make getting dressed so easy because it all just fits perfectly together. And you see right now, the sweater weather that we're having, this is especially when Jenny Kane thrives because their sweaters are it. I am obsessed with the mohair boyfriend cardigan because it's just the perfect little everyday piece. Jenny Kane is known for their super luxe yet lightweight sweaters. They do cashmere better than anyone. The cashmere fisherman, the Flynn cashmere sweater, the cashmere cocoon cardigan. They are bestsellers every season, but I especially love them in the winter, the cozy times. Everything in Jenny Kane is designed with intention, so you can style pieces together without a second thought. I love to pair something like the cable half zip with everything from, I don't know, classic denim to a simple slip dress, just effortless, put together. That's the vibe. They also have shoes. I have a fabulous pair of sandals from them, and the kitten heel that they have is officially back. I'm obsessed with the modern suede take. And the Blake boot, it's everything. It's everything you want in a classic winter shoe. Don't even get me started on their loungewear. You know, loungewear and me, we're like besties. The Marina sweatshirt and sweatpant on repeat, baby. in and out of the house. And don't sleep on their home essentials. Their candles are to die. They've got furniture pieces, cozy pillows and throws, all kinds of perfectly curated decor. And they have an incredible rewards program where you can earn up to 10% back with every purchase. And joining is completely free. Find your new uniform at jennykane.com. Our listeners get 15% off your first order when you use code SHESPEAKS at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at JENNIKAYNE.com. Promo code SHESPEAKS. Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about. All right, so they take a little break, and Shep even asks Andy, he's like, was that okay? And Andy goes, yeah, but you really need to relitigate your relationship with alcohol. Like, he's like, I'm not letting you off the hook, and there's only so much I can protect you from.
I almost felt like Andy was like low-key saying, your job is on the line.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think Andy even says something like that, doesn't he?
That's what he pretty much, because he said if you don't, I feel like he said something along the lines of, if you don't change your relationship with alcohol, like, I don't know if this will be able to be a place for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're a liability.
Like I think that's what he's like.
I can't be getting emails after every fucking BravoCon about like, you, dude.
Honestly, he might I'm sure he'll be able to go to BravoCon next year, but like, if it goes like that again, or even worse, like he might be
totally.
And slash, like, honestly, Shep, like, I know he was like, I didn't watch it from the beginning, but I understand like his role on the show, and I understand that he is like literally, grandfathered in, but I think that there's going to become a point where we might not need you anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of Catherine.
Yeah, like, everyone, like, honestly, is replaceable.
And now that this whole I hate calling it the reality reckoning, but that's all I can refer to it as.
Yeah.
It has, I'm sure, made them all much more cautious about the drinking that they show, which is, I swear that's why Taylor from Orange County didn't get a contract to come back.
Yeah.
I swear.
I agree with you on that. It's, and even like with, what's her name's DUI? Shannon. Shannon's DUI, like, I mean, if that had been on the show, I don't think she would have had another contract.
Like, if it happened when she was filming.
Yeah. Ooh. And I think that they probably still like were like I think that we're in a new wave. People are like, we don't want to, and that was actually one of the reasons why Sean actually really hated watching certain housewives with me, especially Roni. He was like, I think that this is disgusting that they're letting these literally alcoholic women on pills. Well, this is not entertaining to watch. Like, he literally, like, he absolutely, he was mad at Andy. He was like, this is like, that's disgusting. They're exploiting these. Like, he was original reckoning. Let me just tell you that.
That's amazing, because he's not wrong.
No, and I was like, he was like, no, this is disgusting. Like, this is not fun. This is not entertaining.
I felt that way about Sonia for a long time.
It's funny that we all knew who we were talking about. Sonia was like first person I was thinking of.
Yeah, because like, Dorinda too. Dorinda started getting really angry and crazy.
And the slurring, like, you can't, like, when Dorinda actually does really scare me when she's drinking, because like, she gets inaudible and it's not cute.
She gets inaudible.
It scares me. Like, I feel like she could die. She is an alcoholic. That if you every single time she drinks, she gets like that.
Yes.
That means she is no. There's no limits.
This was like at least 3 years ago now, and it was when everyone was like, it was definitely 2020 quarantine vibes still. And so she was posting a lot in her stories where she was like putting on makeup. She was doing those like sing-along type stuff sometimes too, but other times she's just like these close-up shots of her like putting on lipstick, and I could see the booze and cocaine in it. Like, I'm like, this chick is fucked up, and this is just what she does all the time by herself. Like, she has too much money to know what to do with it, right? Like, it's all inherited funds at this point. Yeah. And so, like, she did not look okay. Like, she was fucked up.
2020 was a weird time because I feel like either people became alcoholics or became sober.
Right?
And
That's true.
I was probably half and half. I became an
Oh,
alcoholic.
I drank so much when we first went into quarantine.
That wasn't our fault because we didn't know how long it was going to be. So we thought this was just like some fun party. Like this is going to be done. Like let's take advantage of it. And then the weeks turned into months. And then it kept
going. We're like, okay, I just been drinking this whole time by myself. All right, moving on. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, what was that? That was like a whole PSA.
Andy brings up Shep and Austin going to Australia, and Shep's like, yeah, there were a lot of moments where he could have told me there in Australia. And Austin's like, yeah, I do feel bad about that. No, he doesn't. But it was such a non-factor because nothing came of it. And Shep says it hurt him to hear Austin say that if he had gotten to Taylor first, they never would have gotten together. Madison's like, I believe that. Olivia does come in. She's like, no, I would have gone with Shit. Taylor.
I honestly, it's not our fault. It's their mothers.
Yeah. Please just switch your names for the show, guys. Okay, it's
not our fault.
Yeah, but when Taylor's like, "Oh no, I was captivated by Shep," Andy shoots Shep a look like, "See, you still got a little something going for you."
I still feel like Taylor is low key just making sure that she can, like, if she wants to go back, she doesn't like I see through her. Like
she doesn't want to totally burn the bridge.
Yeah, I was like, good luck to this boyfriend.
Right? Yeah. This leads to the kiss and the cover up and whatever. And Olivia goes off. She says it's not the action that's the problem. To try and make it like it's our fault that it was just a drunken moment after you had lied so many fucking times to my face, then to expect me to like hop on the forgiveness wagon. And because I didn't, you proceeded to say, oh, I'm just so tired of this. Of course you're tired of this. You're in the shit bed that you made. It was so nice listening to it, not censored.
I know, it was.
It really makes such a difference.
I've been in an argument with somebody I don't know online about this. I'm so toxic. Because it was just like, I was on TikTok and someone was being like, I'm so tired of Olivia.
I'm seeing that too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I'm seeing a lot of that.
She's like,
it's like the Ariana factor. They don't like seeing women be put up on a pedestal too much.
Exactly. And also I think those are the women who are they are the Taylors.
They're the Taylors.
Of their friends. And I like literally, because they're like, how many times has Olivia Taylor apologized to Olivia? And I literally was like, yeah, but then I just couldn't let it go. I was like, yeah, but then she negates it by adding a but or an excuse. So then, or just flat out saying that she doesn't regret anything. So it invalidates all the million apologies. That's the problem. Like she doesn't know what an apology is. So yeah, like somebody is going to be upset about that. And then we started going back and forth and she was like, look at her, like with the whole like, what's his name? Thomas thing. And I was like,
oh yeah, that thing. I've seen
I was like, first of all, this lady was making up facts saying she was 24 years old. I was like, I quite literally think she said she was 20. So you're already wrong. You're off to the wrong
people.
facts.
People have done the math though.
Oh, they did the math?
Yeah. She said it was like 5 years ago, she said, and she's 29, turning 30 or something now. So she wasn't 20.
Well, I thought that...
It doesn't matter. Thomas is like a 50-year-old man.
Right. But I also, by the way, are we sure? Because Taylor is the one that she said it was 5 years ago, and Olivia is the one who said she was fresh out of college. Usually when you're fresh out of college, you're about 20 to 21.
Are you?
Yeah, 21. You wouldn't be 24. 24 you would probably be if you were in grad school.
Okay.
Taylor's the one who said 5 years ago.
It's not even that big of a difference though.
It isn't, and this is semantics, and it actually really doesn't matter, but it just pisses me off.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are getting mad at Olivia and saying that she's just as bad as Taylor because of the Austin Thomas thing. But you've got Catherine posting on her page, we're all good, never been closer. So
I know that
try.
That immediately shuts it down. So
shuts it down. So shut the fuck up. Nothing you say matters. Be quiet.
Catherine is saying that that she doesn't agree with anything Taylor says, and she's not even just saying that. She's saying that she thinks that Taylor is using the situation. So not comparable.
No, they're not. They're not. She shuts her down so good, though, because Taylor tries to chime in and say, like, I never tried to make it your fault. And Olivia just goes, shut up. And she does. She's like, shut up. Madison's
loved
like,
it.
ooh, Madison loved it. She's like, that's right. You called Austin and said I was well within my rights. Turned to Shep and said, I didn't think it was that big a deal. I'm a kissing bandit. Go to Jamaica, tell someone they didn't even date. So you were constantly thinking that I was trying to drag this out. And bitch asked it. All I'm saying, Olivia, is forgive as you want to be forgiven.
Oh, she rehearsed that so
She
much.
did. She did rehearse that. And Andy's like, so the implication is that she's done something to a friend and confidant. She's way too happy. She's way too happy. She smiles. She is way too happy to say the whole Thomas situation. So Olivia explains it, but it's honestly, I would want to take that to the grave too. To hooking up with Thomas, oh my God, no one wants to admit that. He's such a creeper. Like, he hangs around with young girls that are drinking and getting drunk so he can fuck them. Ew.
Yes, I understand that what they're trying to say is, well, Madison had brought it up last year and she lied about it. But like, yeah, like that's because it's like, it was a lie that I feel like wasn't really hurting anybody but Olivia. I feel like it wasn't going to be something that like Catherine needed to know.
Mm-hmm. And she met Catherine after that happened. So it's not like they were current friends and then she went and did that. These are different scenarios. It's just not comparable at all. And even Andy, thankfully, is like, well, why is it so bad? Like, he's like, I'm not even helping you out, Taylor. Why is it so bad? Who cares, right? No big deal. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really happy Andy said that because shut it down. I'm sorry. Even if I stopped being friends, like even like if we had a huge fight, Emily, we fell out, I would never go and tell anything secrets that you've told me just because we were in a huge fight.
That's another level of shitty.
That's fucked up.
That is so shitty. You're literally sacrificing your friendship to have this moment, this aha gotcha moment.
It's just like you're not a good person.
It's over now. And Olivia says, not only have you proven yourself to be a shit friend, you're a shit human too. And then they send them on break, and Olivia, as she's walking out, she's like, you fucking cunt.
Oh God, I was so happy she said that.
She felt that like deep down in that diaphragm. Like that cunt came from like, in the gut.
I feel like Olivia and Taylor both tried to channel Ariana at this reunion and only one succeeded. And it was definitely Olivia because she was giving me just as like that fierceness, everything quick and cutting. And like, it was great. It was great.
No, she's done a good job all season of that. Like, even in a very emotionally charged moment, she can deliver some real nice, succinct reads.
What is her sign? I wonder.
You can look it up right now.
I wonder if her and Ariana have the same sign because I feel like maybe it's like that type of a sign that because I don't know how like it's so beautifully like they do it so quickly. It's almost like a monologue. I don't know how they do it. Like no stuttering.
Let's see. She is. What is Ariana?
I don't know. Let me look up Ariana while you look up
You look up Ariana. I will look up Olivia. Okay, I just want to go through all of them. Okay, so Patricia, guess what sign she is?
What sign is she?
Just what would you guess?
Is she an Aries?
Oh my God, yes. Whoa. Okay, Leva. What would you give Leva?
Leo?
No, Taurus.
Okay.
As well as Olivia. Olivia's a Taurus.
She's a Taurus.
Which kind of makes sense, the grounded. What would you what would you consider Austin? When you find out, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's kind of perfect.
Aquarius?
Really? Gemini?
I feel like I'm second guessing myself on all of this because I got the first one and now I'm just overthinking everything.
Now you're overthinking it. Yeah. Okay, what is Ariana?
She's a Cancer.
Oh, I love that. Water and earth signs.
Raquel and Lala are Virgos. They're both Virgos.
Huh.
Schwartz is a Libra.
I can see that. He can't make a decision to save his life.
Sandoval's also a Cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
What's Katie? Katie is Capricorn.
Oh, wow. I see that.
What's Stassi? Oh, Stassi is also a Virgo. I mean, Cancer because she's the same birthday as Ariana.
Oh, that's right. They do have the same birthday. or the
I bet-
same-ish birthday.
What's Jax? Let's see.
Leo.
She's a Leo?
That's what I'm going to say.
Aries.
Ah, fire. Makes sense. Either one.
Wait, no. It's weird. He's a Cancer. It says, while Jax Taylor is actually a Cancer sun sign, given that many of we are looking... He is a cast member that makes the most sense. Oh, they're saying that he makes the most sense as an Aries, but he is a Cancer.
He's a Cancer? Wow, that's a lot of Cancers on the cast.
Yes.
You got Tom, Sandoval, Ariana, and Jax.
It was just funny because also there are a lot of Cancers on this show. I wonder what is James Kennedy?
I'm going to give him a water sign, but that's probably wrong. He's probably fire.
He is. I actually was going to say this. He's an Aquarius.
Really?
That makes complete sense, actually.
I'm an Aquarius rising.
Oh, I don't know what I am rising.
You don't know your rising?
I always forget. I know I'm a Sagittarius.
That I know.
Which makes complete sense for me, but I need to figure out how do I do that? I'll do that later.
Yes, exactly. We'll do that later. Well, we can wrap it up. All right, guys. We need to go look up signs. Love you. Mean it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to She's Speaking with Emily Hanks. This show is produced, hosted, and edited by me, Emily, and brought to you in partnership with Cloud 10 Media. If you are looking for bonus content, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. To show some support, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Another free way to support the pod, please rate and/or review on whatever platform you listen. It's free, and it helps the algorithm or something. You can also head to buymeacoffee.com/shespeaks and buy me a coffee or two. Make sure you're following me on all social medias. I am She's Speaking with Emily Hanks across all platforms: Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's it. Thank you guys. See you soon.